Hey everyone, Isa Cheekin here, and I'm recording from my phone this time because my computer isn't really being the best to me right now, so you're gonna get a smaller screen pretty much. And I'm gonna start something new just to see how well it does, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna continue with it or not. But I'm gonna try to analyze a few sports teams and put my guesses in for who's gonna win those, starting with the NCAA bowl games coming up, the ones that haven't been played yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. First off, we have University of Mississippi versus Penn State. Ole Miss, well, yeah, Ole Miss is the better football team than Penn State. Penn State has always been known as a wrestling school. Their football team's halfway decent, but I just don't think they have the matchup. I think Miss is there. If I can talk correctly, I think Ole Miss should win this probably by 14 points. Would not surprise me. Next is Auburn versus Maryland. Oh, poor Maryland. Yeah, I'm a Crimson Tide fan. I don't like Auburn, but Maryland just doesn't have anybody. Auburn is part of the reason why I don't like them is because they're hard nosed. They have a lot of talent, and you can't really count them out, honestly. Maryland is, they get lucky. They're a glorified FCS team. I'm going to say it's a blowout for Auburn on this one. University of Georgia versus Florida State. The problem here is most of Florida State's starters have opted out. They've made wham wham sounds about not making the playoff, and well, they've quit, is what they've done. Georgia, even though they're not making the playoff, they're still all in there. They're still going to be hungry. I would love to see Florida shut Georgia up because even though they lost to us fair and square, they keep screaming they got screwed out of the playoff, and they can't wait for next year so Georgia can make wham wham sounds and claim they got screwed out of making a 12-team playoff next year. You're still not going to make it, but honestly, they're going to beat Florida State. It's just going to happen. Everyone knows it, really. Toledo versus Wyoming. I don't really know that much about either one of these two teams, honestly. I haven't really been following them. This is pretty much just an FCS matchup, and I haven't really been able to get those, so I can't make a prediction on that. I don't know those teams well enough. Wisconsin and LSU. It's feeding time for LSU. Sorry, this is going to be a massacre. Wisconsin, they like to talk big, but that's pretty much all they can do. They did bring the Watt brothers in, but that's their only claim to fame. They're not that good. LSU is going to mop the floor with them. Iowa and Tennessee. Uh, well, from the records, Iowa being 10-13, Tennessee's 8-4. I think that could be a little bit deceiving. Tennessee likes to, they don't quit. They like to play as hard as they can, and if you're not careful, they will wear you out by the end of the game. I think Tennessee could pull this out. Oh my. Okay, Liberty versus Oregon. I like Liberty University. I've been following them quite a bit for the year, partly because I'm a Christian myself. It's a Christian school. But here's the thing, Liberty is an FCS team. They don't, FCS does not match up well against the BCS. I would love to see Liberty win, but let's be real. Oregon has this one, and I could say it's by at least 3 touchdowns. Oregon's pretty much got the W secured. Alabama versus Michigan. I'm saying Alabama. Michigan tends to choke. They're another NCAA version of the Dallas Cowboys. They beat up on bad teams, they get hyped up, they get ready, and then when it comes to games that actually matter, they completely throw. They're not good at all, and they lose. That's Michigan. It's what they do. Alabama's going to win this. And then finally, Texas versus Washington. Texas has no offensive line. That's the problem. That, and for some reason, instead of bringing one of the best quarterbacks of the current era, Arch Manning, they have him as a backup. Top of that, I can already tell they've overlooked Washington. They're not going to be ready to play. Washington is going to pull off the upset. I really believe that. Washington's there. They know they're being overlooked. They know nobody expects them to win. I would say Washington's got this by 1 touchdown. And yeah, I would. That's what I'll say. It's Washington by a touchdown. And then maybe tomorrow I'll look at the NFL scores. Yeah, I will by tomorrow, or I might even wait until the playoffs for the NFL starts. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make an NFL playoff prediction next time, and then next year I'll start from the beginning of both seasons. But I'll see you next time. That's all for this time. Bye.